So everyone is gathered here. And again, perfect day, the last day of Black History Month. And within hours, we'll be selling Women's History Month. So this is the day to do this really special event. And that's why we're gathering here right now. And we honor someone who is known for her fight for civil rights and for women's rights. Sojourner Truth literally grew up or lived 7 miles from here, so this is very appropriate that people will come to this park, and certainly the locals know her story. Incredible resiliency and the grit and tenacity. She traveled around our country talking about these rights and these values. She gave her famous "Ain't I a Woman" speech, except I'm going to correct the record here. I actually think it was "Aren't I a Woman?" and people put that in her as they transcribed it later, assuming she was from down south, and she would have said "Ain't I," except she's a New Yorker. She would not have said "Ain't I." She said "Aren't I a woman?" So let's correct the record on that. So she and just a little bit on August 26th on 2020, we unveiled a statue to her as we crossed the Hudson with the beautiful Hudson State Park. The Riverwalk, and I remember walking across that and talking to people about. Actually, people thought I was just like a local. I look like a local. That's good. And some tourists were asking me what this is all about, and I was like telling them, so it was kind of fun to just. I think they're from North Carolina. They're very intrigued that we put up this statue to Sojourner Truth, and her family members were there. Corey and John came all the way from Michigan, I recall, and they couldn't make this one, but they promised they're going to do their best to attend. What'll be this is the groundbreaking, but the actual opening, which we're going to try in time for Earth Day this year, right? Is that we're going to get on schedule, Commissioner? Okay, I said it, so it has to happen now. Okay, so yeah. So this is actually our first state park since 2019, and who do we name that state park after for 10 points? Shirley Chisholm. There you go, Shirley Chisholm in Brooklyn, and that was a beautiful, again, a tribute to strong women of color, with the hope that we not just honor their legacy, but also to inspire generations to come to learn these stories. Much like when I was a little girl, I used to check this one book out of our local library so often. The librarian finally said, "Why don't you just keep it?" It was a story of Harriet Tubman, and similar to Sojourner Truth, what they had overcome in their early lives, enslaved and that thirst of freedom that they had, that was so powerful that they literally broke their chains and went forth and helped other people. And that's the powerful story of Sojourner Truth. Grew up steeped in Christianity and felt it was her responsibility to help others and earn the rights that have been so long denied. She worked with people like Frederick Douglass and others. So an amazing story, a truly amazing story, and a huge point of pride for us here in the state of New York.